of a different story than my other two podcasts. I want to go on and talk about the reason why I even started doing these podcasts, but also why is society the way that it is? I want to begin this podcast by just telling you a little bit about myself. And for most people that know me, that listen to my podcasts, there's some things that I haven't told you that I'm going to just briefly explain to you. Recently, I haven't been happy, but I haven't been depressed. I haven't been like to the point where I want to harm myself. I haven't really been seeing the light that most others have been seeing as of recently. I've tried to do so much and yet I get nothing back. And maybe I don't deserve it. Maybe it's just something I'm not doing and I don't know what it is. Just from me losing my job to not making merely any money to transferring schools because they have more careers than what the other school. My life has been spiraling down to the point where I don't feel like I can get back up. And it's painful. It's harmful. What do I do? What do I do? Where do I even begin at? I try to talk to my parents about it, or at least they try to talk to me about it. They want me to go to school. They want me to finish college. And I don't blame them. I don't blame no one. College is a good thing. You know, you get your degree, you get your education. It's a lot of good things that can come out of it. But is it something that I've been dying to do, dying to go for? No, not really. Like at first I wanted to go to culinary school. I thought I could become a master chef, not no Chef Ramsay, but I could be in the rankings, do something with it. I loved it in high school. I really did. From freshman year all the way to senior year, I was top of my class. I helped so many people with cooking skills. I cooked for friends, had contests. I cooked for teachers and events. It was so fun. Throughout all of it, I was like, you know what? Why don't I go to college for it? Heck, I even got a scholarship degree for it. That's how much it was like just mind blowing to me. And the day that I went to college, at first I was like, this is a lot. It has so much more to offer than what high school has, of course, it's college of all things. Going through it, it was cool. It was really nice having to learn the basics, the routine again. Basically starting over in a sense. And it was fun. There were some things I didn't know, some things I didn't know. There were some kids that were smarter than me. I don't, that's one thing that I don't matter about that. But I liked it. I really did at first. But after the whole ordeal, I just kind of felt iffy about it in the end. I was like, I had a good time, but is this where I really see my future career at now that I've had the experience? Not necessarily. Like, I'm keeping the skills, don't get me wrong, but I always thought there was something more for me to do out in the world. Something for me to achieve. And that's always been gaming. I've been gaming ever since I was a kid. I can't even tell you what age, because I do not remember. But I've been gaming for quite some time. From having a Nintendo DS, playing Spider-Man games, playing all these old classics, from having a PlayStation to playing Xbox to now having a PC. I've loved gaming ever since I was a kid, and I've always seen myself, doing something with it. Either that's voice acting, creating games, or even game design, animation. So I applied to another college. I applied to Columbia College because Columbia College has the accessible classes that offer gaming school. So I think that's the route I want to go down. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. College is there and it's good. But deep down, I kind of feel like I don't want to go. And is it me giving up? You can word it as that, but someone's telling me to not go. Not an actual person, but it's like that feeling you get when you want to do something, but then it's just like an automatic hold up. Maybe let's try a different route, right? Let's just try something. So I myself got the bright idea of doing a freaking podcast. Where did the podcast idea come from? Watching other podcasters do it. Seeing how fun it can be, seeing how you can just open yourself up, talk about anything that you really want to talk about. And not everyone's gonna tune in, not everyone's gonna like it, of course, because you can't talk about every single thing in the world that's happening. You can only talk about what you know or what you want to talk about. And that's why I'm here. A lot of people don't like me as a person. They don't like what I can offer. I don't care. I don't care. You could just go away. I'm talking about what I want to talk about. And today I'm talking about my life. Why am I doing this? I want to get people on here so they can just be open-minded, talk about whatever. Don't be nervous. Don't just be like, oh, what do I talk about? Oh, what can I say whatever? Do whatever. I don't care. I don't care who tunes in. I don't care who watches it. Honestly, anyone could watch it. You can like it, you can dislike it, you can say that I'm not carrying the podcast whatsoever. Truly, I don't care. You're still listening. And if you're gonna give a bad review, give a bad review. But hey, you know what? I got the views. I at least got people listening to what I gotta listen to. Throughout my life, I've been so held back because of all the negativity that I would receive from people. Getting called out, racially profiled, a lot of things. A lot of things been happening. And it's changed me so much to the point where I was just like, if I'm going to do one thing, I know I'm going to get some type of hate and I don't want to do it. But why should that stop me right now? I'm here. I'm talking about whatever the hell I want to talk about. So you really can't stop me. You really can't, I'm on here to express my life, the life of others, and just make views, try to make money, try to make people happy, even try to make myself happy by doing this. I can't fully say that I like doing a podcast is gonna suddenly just make me the most happiest person on earth. No. That's not how this works. What I can say is it gives me an opportunity to at least tell my side of things and make me have a word that I really can't talk to anyone else about. So, people always say, oh, why don't you talk to family about it? I'll be honest with you. I love my family. I really do. But it's just some things I can't talk to them about because they're secret. There's other things that I'm just too embarrassed, so I want to talk to some friends about it. They understand. They're still gonna be there, but I don't talk to them about a lot of things. Doesn't mean I hate them. It just means I'm just trying to just, I really can't say protect. That's not a word I want to use, but just I don't want to worry them. I really don't. Not as much as I already do, but a tale for another time, let's say. But on here I can be myself. And I'll be truly honest, I don't like myself. I don't. I see all these other people, my friends, and when I'm walking down the street, some random other people, they want to be themselves. And it always seems to work out for them. Either that's just being the most craziest, most highest person you can see, but them having a smile on their face. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool and all, but they can do it. But when I try to do it, I always get backlashed. I always just I don't see myself having the potential that others have. I always stop myself, or people try to stop me, like, hey, don't do that. It's not right, or whatever. Why? Why is that? Why am I the one that's getting the backlash? Is it because of how I treated people? Is it the way I talk? Is it the way I look? Whatever it is, I don't know, because people don't want to tell me. And if people do tell me, I take their word. I do, and I try to change. Actions speak louder than words. I've been once told. I try to. Still doesn't work out. What is it that I'm doing that's not seeing the light? I don't know. It's like ever since I moved out here in the suburbs 7 years ago, 7.5 years ago, let's say, I've changed so much from being a shy little nobody that doesn't talk to people to now being somewhat of a person that wants to speak out, wants to set things straight, but it still doesn't work out. It's like I'm still in that little shy boy phase. I thought I got out of it. I never liked what I was before in Chicago. Really wasn't it. Chicago was definitely not the right place to be in to grow up. And while in fact I do have family that's over there, I want them to move out. It's not right. It may not be that people say it could be better than Florida, Ohio, California. Say whatever you want. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't, because I haven't been to those other states, but I'm sidetracking. All I'm saying is Chicago wasn't it. Moving out here, I've met so many cool people, I'm gonna just mention a few. I met Rael, I met my boy Angel, I met John, I met my boy Brady. These are people that have been on a podcast on other last two episodes. I met these guys. They're cool. I love these boys. I really do. I met my boy Julian. There's a lot of cool people I've met. And they've shown me what their happiness is, and I've taken inspiration of that. Rael showed me just the fun side of the internet and taught me, just be yourself. And we've been friends. I think we've been friends probably the longest, honestly. John's been himself. He likes to go out on adventures in his Tahoe. He likes to just drive around, be himself, do crazy shit. Love that man to death. There's Julian, we're anime, or well, I'm an anime nerd, but we're like DC, Marvel, comic nerds. We do all this stuff. It's cool. Love that man to death too. They've shown me happiness. Like I said, I've taken inspiration of them. I love it. Don't get me wrong. But on my end of the story is, does that truly up my standard? Does that up my confidence boost? Does that make me like 10 times happier? Does it? I mean, there's a yes to it, but there's also a no to it. Yes, over time, I have been a lot happier. I have been seeing the light. I have been seeing just what this world can offer in some cases. But on the other hand, there's just certain things about me and why I'm just stopping to sometimes not accept it. And that's why I want to give out to others rather than receiving it. And my parents tell me, if you can't make yourself happy, how can you make others happy? It's a question that I hear all the time. So how can I do it, you might ask? The advice that you give me to try and make me happier, I tell others out here. I've had IRL friends that have been just down in the dumps, broken up with, me, myself included, that have just gone through the worst. And I tell them, I can tell them it's going to get better. When in some cases, it may not get better. Is it a lie? In some case, but it's something. Rather than just leaving them in the dust to be forgotten, you're at least telling them like, hey, it can get better for you. Or, forget about what that person said, or just focus on yourself. Just be who you want to be. Don't let others dictate your life. Don't let others tell you what to do because they don't know you. It's the same thing as getting bullied. Bullies, they want to just ruin your life. They want to make you feel like the absolute worst. Why let them? One, they don't know you. They don't know your life. They don't know what you've been through. So why let someone else really try to act like they're one-upping you? Don't let that. Just don't. It's stupid. I hate bullying. I hated being bullied. Man, I can go on a whole ramble about that, but story for another time. But, besides my IRL friends, I have some people online that I talk to. I'm not going to mention them to keep their identity a secret because they're from other states, so we're just going to keep it at that. But I have one friend that is trans, and he's been just getting the absolute bullied out of everyone. Even at work, he tells me. We call from time to time. I try to help him. And in some cases, it works. Other cases, he wants to be left alone. I understand that. So I try to help him. I have some other female friends that I try to help. They've been going through breakups and stuff like that. Same advice that I've been saying all this time. So I personally like to help others because I see them achieving something more than what I could have achieved. Right now, it's like I'm just starting to do stuff where I should have been doing things years ago. But I'm just now doing it. It's crazy. It's like I'm doing stuff late, and then others are just high accessors, high achievers. I'm not it, man. I'm just not it. And just I don't know. I don't know. Why am I just so down terrible? Why? I'm like so deep in the dumps, I can't get out no more. I can't escape this fate no longer. I'm like in chains. I'm like a chained beast. I can't get out, but I can let others out. Let them be free. Let me suffer. Let me take all the pain and just make you happier, huh? But for me, I mean, it can go for a lot of other people too. It could go for a lot of others, and this is my other half I want to speak about today. Society right now, our generation was or we Gen Z, Gen Alpha. I don't even know. I I don't keep up with the names, but our generation today is so just bad. I don't like it. And it may be a part of why I'm just so sad because it's like, what have people in our generation done to make the world a better place? Now, you can say like some YouTubers, you can say like, oh, there's the AMV group, there's like KaiSenet, there's Speed. You can say people like, I don't know, Jacksepticeye. You can say freaking the Game Theorist channel, I don't know. You can say whoever you want. Have they inspired some of them, but others, they're just like, what are y'all doing? They're like, and it's mostly on social media. Yes, social media today is just it's fucked up. I'm gonna say it's fucked up. From Twitter's fucked up. Reddit is messed up. Instagram is kind of messed up, but that just depends on who you follow and stuff like that. Snapchat, YouTube, well, it's whatever. What? No, Snapchat, and leave that in the dirt. But there's a lot of others. It's affected kids and teens today so horrendous that they don't know how to perceive life as young adults or even adults. Adults want to tell kids how they lived our life and give advice from what they've learned and pass it down to their kids. Now, for me, I've been given that advice a lot of times. And in some ways, I've heard like advice, I've heard quotes that my parents been saying to me. I hear it, I take it in. And then when I look at others, it's like, man, do their parents just not care what their kids do nowadays? And like, let's take Speed, for example. I don't know, a lot of y'all may know there's a streamer, Ice Show Speed. I think he's 19 or so. His mother really didn't like him with the idea of streaming because she thought it wouldn't give him no success to be better in life. But his dad like supported him, like he was fully there. And Speed went from through like basically having nothing from being this crazy person to now, I think he's like a million. He's a millionaire, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Having his license, having a freaking Lambo, all this stuff. Like, there's people like that who can achieve so much even without their parents, or even like one of the parents basically not care. They can achieve so much. But how does that affect our generation? Because some kids, they try to do the same thing, gets them in jail. Because not every parent is the same. There's teens out here that'll be on the streets thinking, oh, I'm going to make money the easy way, end up in jail, end up dead. Chicago is a great example of that. That's why I did not like it there. The crime rates, it was terrible. My brother did not want me to go into that. May he rest in peace. I love you, bro. He did not want me to be in that. My parents did not want me to be in that. I'm glad. I would not have liked my life if I was in the slumps, basically. There's influencers, TikTok influencers, Instagram influencers that want to do a lot and they'll do anything. And I'm not going to go deep into it, but if you know, they'll do anything to not only get views, but to try and influence people sometimes the wrong way. High people like Megan Thee Stallion, Mia Khalifa, all these people. Stop trying to influence the young generation because it's not working. You see all this stuff online, it's not it. It ruins our generation, and I don't like it. That's why I love, and I will say this as many times as I need. I loved when things were so much simpler in the early 2000s. You know, I could take like cartoons, for example. Cartoons were so much better than what we have now, trying to influence the younger audience. Who it is terrible. It is horrendous. Like, why? I loved it when things were just so much easier. I could take, what's a good year I can put? 20. People say 2016 was a good year. 2016 was a great year for some things. I can't really think of at the top of my head because there's a lot I want to get out. But yeah, 2016 through, I'd say like mid 2019, because, I think from September on in 2019, that's where things really got crazy. But what I'm trying to say is life before, even like before COVID and all, because COVID, I think, is what really just changed a lot of this stuff. Before that, it was so much simpler, so much better. People would actually go out. People would not just do shit because they see other people doing it, think they can do it, and then they want to end up dead or in the freaking streets. It's like there were actual good influencers out here, and they would be successful. But now it's just, I don't see that. And maybe I'm looking in the wrong, maybe I'm in the wrong department. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong section of these things. Maybe there is someone that I'm just not seeing that is making a very good influence on the world. And maybe maybe their voice isn't getting out. Maybe they're not as popular as, I don't know, myself. I'm not popular, but I'm just trying to speak out for people. Maybe there has to be someone, or maybe there already is like a very popular person that maybe I just don't know, or maybe I do know, I just don't follow them. Maybe they're trying to say something, but people want to take it the wrong way. And I feel so sad because there's a handful of people who really do want to change the world, or who wants to make it kind of how we had it before. And they want to see the future grow instead of just world is just like in shambles. They want to remake it. They want to be like God. They want to see a lot of changes, but there's just something holding them back. Is it our generation? It could be. Is it social media? Yes, maybe we actually have to like get out of this technology realm. Let's get out. Let's go to somewhere public. Let's speak up. Don't let your voice just be for yourself. Get out here. Hell, if you got a live stream or something, do it. Like, don't be scared to say what you have to say. If you know, and this goes for everyone that is still listening, if you know that there is something that you want to say that could potentially change how people around you feel in a good or bad way, like don't care about that. Just let it out. Just let. I know some of my friends, they want to say something. I know they do. Just let it out. I know parents want to. Just please don't be afraid. And if you are a parent and you feel like there's something you need to do to change your kids' lives or take away something, do it. Like, at first they may not understand, but soon they will. Soon we will all see that the things that we've been taken away from or given, it, whether we like it or not, it's going to be changing us for the better. And we may not see it now, but we will eventually see how much it impacted us from other people. But that's all I want to say. So, my overall review, don't be shy, be calm, be yourself, and don't just don't try to be someone that you're not. Be yourself. People may not like you or not, just don't care. As long as you're happy with who you are in the end, it's all that matters. But thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you all next time.